Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Oxygen Not Included. In the previous episode we were struggling with resources, or rather the lack of resources, as well as competency, which to be fair is a daily struggle of mine, but there you go. As you can see, we have now put back in all of the things that I erroneously removed, and we are currently removing all of the terrain underneath the things that are currently working. That's not good. Let me go over to the tiles there, and we're just going to place these along like so. To be fair, this is something that we did plan off doing anyway. The problem is the lack of resources. Specifically copper, we are running out of that, and also algae. Now the algae problem isn't too much of an issue because we can after all start to refine the slime, which is what we have, and also copper, there's some around here, so it's not like a critical point yet, but we can see the sort of writing on the wall. We did obviously explore into this ice biome here, which is full of polluted ice and granite and these wheezeworts, and the original idea was to start to produce, basically take the oil that's from here and then turn that into some, well, that's crude oil, turn it into petroleum, and then get some plastic and all of that sort of thing. However, that's probably a little bit more advanced for us at this stage. What we really want to do is start to create some more algae because, well, we just need some more. And what I'm going to do in order to fix the issue is to put a ladder down here, and that's might be an interesting decision, but the reason I want to do that is I want to dig these things out, you see, so we can have this opened up. The problem is that at the moment this is really our only sort of polluted water area, and it is, well, going to increase in size because if we go over to our refinement and then to the algae distiller, refines slime into algae, it does say liquid output pipe, so I'm guessing it's going to output some horribleness, and we want to make sure that when we place this in, it's not going to just output loads of horribleness into this area, for example. So let's just place an algae distiller there. I'm going to place a couple of tiles around here, although I'm very tempted to dig that out, but no, that should be fine for now. It doesn't say it outputs any stinkiness, so that is okay. In fact, what we'll do is we'll cancel the build, actually. General rule of thumb is we'll place a pneumatic door there, and then next to it we will place, in terms of refinement, an algae distiller, and then we'll place a deodorizer there, just as like I say, as a matter of course. A couple of things that we are obviously trying to work on. We are trying to get up to, let's have a quick look in our research, trying to go up to this Renaissance art, which gives us a plus 20. A plus 20 monument and suffocating. Where are they suffocating? Bert is suffocating there, and the reason they are suffocating is because this was sand and it's dropped down, which means they can't get back over and then can't get back up, and also the ladder isn't placed in there, so I'm going to do that now just so Bert doesn't die. People have pointed this out several times in the comments that Bert, for some reason, is always the one that gets trapped, and there has been several comments saying, just leave him be. He's going to do it anyway. He's obviously not worth it. I don't subscribe to that process of thinking, but hey ho. What I'm going to do is go over to the oxygen here, and I'm going to place an oxygen diffuser up there, and probably there as well, because as you can see, the oxygen around here is breathable, but it's not great. Yeah, it's just breathable. We want it really, ideally, very breathable. And there's some slime lung in there. But anyway, maybe this will use up too much of our oxygen, but we'll see. What I'm going to do as well is go over to our power and then to the wire bridge, and I'm going to place a wire bridge in here, and then I'm going to place some wires going from this side over to there, and then this thing will be connected up. Now I'm just going to check this grid here. That's got too much on it at the moment, I believe. Let me just go over to the power overlay. It's easier to see. You can see that this one here, potential load is 960 watts with these plugged in, so adding in this one here will take it up over that potential load, so it could start to damage it, but it's unlikely because it's very unlikely that the massage tables are on the go, but we should probably build in some redundancy in the first place, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that. There's that research complete for the Renaissance art. Instead, what I'll do is I'll go from power up here, I'm going to run it up and then across and then join up that, and then across and then up and then connect that one up there, and then maybe that one we probably don't need. Let me deconstruct it. To be fair, it'll probably go down there and around this side, so we'll see. If we need to change it, obviously we can. So now that Renaissance art we have finished, we can go over to the furniture here, and we can see we've got a marble block, which is a plus 20 decor item, so we can now hopefully remove some of these things in here and then place a massive marble block in somewhere, and we can have a very large we can have a great haul. So let me go to deconstruct. We're going to deconstruct these bits here and then deconstruct that water cooler. I do want another area for the duplicants to go in terms of like a recreation room, and I think it's probably going to be around here, but that's like a future us problem. At the moment, I'm really not too bothered about that sort of thing. This crown moulding, I will go for... I was going to copy it, but apparently not. Let me go over to... Where is the copy? Where's a copy? Anyway, it'll be in... oh, actually, we might not be able to place it here simply because of the size of this marble block. No, the marble block can go in, so I will place a marble block pretty much as they enter. I don't know why, but hey-ho. Let's place it there. Or do I want to place it further along? I think where it is there is... no, we're going to cancel it. We're going to move the marble block along. So, we want to go for a... Oh, actually, can we get anything else? Yeah, we can get other things, but I'm going to place a marble block in the corner there. Back over to the mouldings, crown moulding, which will go up there. And then I want to place mess tables all the way to the end on either side, just so it is a true grand hall. This will have to be carved out, I believe, as well. But anyway. So, we have got some damage overheating there. We're aware of that. That's just the nature of the beast. So, this is now in. It requires power output, power input and a liquid output. So, I'm going to do that now. So, over to plumbing and then to our liquid pipe. Luckily, this is the same sort of path that we want to follow. So it's going to go out there, it's going to go across, down, and then we will use a liquid bridge that we'll press O to rotate it, and then there's your in and out, and then it'll input there. We could have went across and down. That would be actually a lot more resource efficient. Let me cancel that. That would be actually a slightly better way of doing it. And it means that you have got this general flow that way. Although that is... Is that outputting? No, that's input. My mistake. That's the one we want to go in. So actually, yeah, we can just go across and then down, and that is fine. Yeah, I was trying to put it in the input because we are inputting this horrible water into that. Obviously, we do have this sort of test system up and going, so this gas pump is putting gas into there, which is obviously heating up. You can see it's 32 degrees there, 40 odd degrees. So actually, that's not really that. It's not really that warm. But we are heating the water when nothing's on the go. When the metal refinery's on the go, it does heat up. Anyway, over to power and then to a heavy watt junction. We'll just place that in there. We might as well just connect it up to this directly. There's no reason why we can't. Heavy watt wire will go across and then down to there. And then that'll allow us to refine the slime, because at the moment we've only got about 3,200 algae. Let me go over to move debris to storage. You're going to just obviously set some of these on the go there. That's all fine there. That's fine there. This we do want to prioritize, so I'm going to say priority. Get that to level 7, and we're going to get the get that all dug out. In terms of places we can go, we do have this other place up here, a cool steam vent. We also have a natural gas geyser over there as well, which could be pretty useful for generating power. At the moment, we are just going through coal. If we go over to... Where is it? I'm sure there's more stuff being added here. And to be fair, it would be added, wouldn't it? Consumable ore coal, 12 tons. So it's enough for the time being, but it's also not fantastic. That is not getting any oxygen. Why is it not getting any oxygen? I'm unsure. And also... Is that person just standing around? Socializing. Oh, they are socializing. This is fine. So, why has that got no oxygen? Have they just not connected up with the ventilation? No, it's definitely connected. It's just taking its time. There's been some note about this where it's quite inefficient because it's outputting right next to there, because this is supposed to be only pumping oxygen, whereas it's just got a full round cycle like that. Yeah, I think that is actually correct. So what I might do is remove that and place it, say, over here, so it's not outputting exactly the same place. I think that would be a better way of doing it. I'm going to deconstruct that gas vent. I'm going to go over to the... Where is it? Plumbing overlay. Not plumbing, it'll be ventilation overlay. And what I'll probably do is... I mean, I just need to vent it elsewhere. So in reality, we could probably just put it in here. I mean, that wouldn't be too much of a problem. It would just be having to go across to there, jump over there, and then over there. I don't know if that's the way forward. We will see anyway. So, we have got to cycle 90, which is good. Let's put it to max speed there. We have some stress. Unsurprisingly, it's on Bert. Bert's currently already assigned to his massage table. It tends to be the Nature of the beast there. Let me pause it here and we'll go back to cycle 90. So we have positive calorie generation currently on 170,000, that's fine. Reduction in stress change, increase in germs but nobody's currently sick. And we have positive oxygen generation, but I have a feeling that the algae will be going down. Currently it hasn't been touched, so that's fine. Currently also not doing anything when it comes to... let's see, removal of that pipe, removal of that gas pipe. We've got this marble block, artwork incomplete, but that should now be... recreational building. Recreational building. Ah, right. How am I going to fix that problem then? Recreational building. The water cooler is technically a recreational building. We could place it in this corner. With that, ideally what I'd like to do is remove this bedroom and place the bedroom somewhere else, so this can be one big mess hall. What's the maximum size of a huge for a great hall? Maximum size 120 tiles, current size 76. So what barracks is that's 52. It would be too big. Yeah. Combining those together wouldn't work. It would be too large. But we could possibly build another bedroom, move these beds to say up here. It doesn't really matter where we move them, we just need them elsewhere. In fact, I could even put them there, strangely, because this room doesn't really have another purpose. And it's actually not a terrible idea because it's not right next to this stuff, but when they finish, they then go along here. Straight across and then down. It's the sort of closest area. Failing that, we could remove these, but I'm not keen on that. I think a secondary bedroom over here would be the way to go. So let's trial it. Let's trial it because this room's had really no purpose other than the battery storage, and I don't know that we'll really need to build any more. Or is that short-sighted? Should we place the bedroom elsewhere, like up here? Because it just means when they finish, then just go and slide down. That's probably a better idea. Ideally, we didn't want to have anything else up here, really, but it's not too much of a problem. Okay, let's put it up here because, yeah, it's just not sitting right with it being over there. We should probably also make it a little bit smaller, but that's not going to happen. So it'll be up to there and then across. Obviously, we are going to tunnel into that. That's just going to make a mess everywhere, but we'll see. So we'll get that on the go. We'll say dig, and we'll dig that out there. They won't be able to get a lot of this done, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. You can see that Hassan is happily chiseling into that marble there, which is good. We do need a recreational building in there, but we'll get there eventually. This is going to be our other bedroom, so we'll have a look at furniture and then the cot, and then basically put them all across like so. And then we have a... where do we have it? I think it is a deodorizer, isn't it? We have a deodorizer on that side. You can see that the oxygen there is... much better now, so that is spreading about. So is that one there. It's not filtering down here as much as I would like, but it's okay. It's much better than what it was. So we're going to check the room over there. That is classed as a proper room now. We're going to deconstruct all of this and that section there. As I said, this will be too large. This is going to be too large for even our needs, but... what we'll do is we'll section a little bit off on the left, and then we can change it to something else. I don't know what that something else will be. Probably a full recreational room. So if we go over to the rooms now, we'll be able to say that is far too large. So it's 132 tiles. The maximum size a great hall can be is 120 tiles. So, I mean, we could say 4, 8, 12 and just put a door there and have a very small room. Is there any point in that? No, not really. What we could do... because we do need a recreational thing in here. What could we have in terms of furniture in there? I mean, we could just have an area where they carve stuff. No, don't think so. A jukebox plays music for duplicants to dance on their breaks. Could put one of those in. Could put a jukebox in. I was very tempted to put a jukebox in here, in the Great Hall. Right. Well, let's just close it off for now. So it was 132 tiles, so we need 12 tiles off. That's 12 tiles off. We've got a little room on the left there. It really doesn't have much of a purpose. And, oh! They've carved a unicorn. Sweet. Oh, it's only mediocre, though. Decor 36, though. Wow, okay. We're going to move that. Oh, that's a question. If we move it, does it break it? Does it say disable? So, we can make a great hall. We just need a recreational building. Excellent. I would very much like to put that in the centre. Where's the decor overlay? Yeah, that's really good. If we put that roughly in the centre, that'll work out, won't it? Anyway, we want more mess tables. How many mess tables is the question? How many? Do we start from this side and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Gap of 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what I'm going to do? 10 that side. Deconstruct those and that. I'm hoping that that is not going to be just wrecked, but I have a feeling it might be. Over to our furniture once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly what I wanted. So that's 20 in total. Crown moulding's going in. And then the corner piece as well. And then we now have the option to place this block right... not right in the centre, but close enough, which will go there. There. And then I want to place a... Where is it? Well, do we have a water cooler, or do we have that boombox, the jukebox? I think we're going to place a jukebox in. Problem with that is it requires 960 watts of power. So it's going to require... it's going to require its own transformer. Okay. Interesting. How are we going to do that? We're going to have to shift some of these. Actually, no, we could use that one. The problem with that is... actually not much of a problem, now I'm looking at it. Connect that up to there. Remove all of that. Run along here. Go up and then connect to that bit. How are we going to connect to that is the question. Is this now a great hall? No. Decor item. Not in there yet. We'll get there though. And these are on the go. So, let's do that power. So this one here, we're going to connect up to there. What we'll do is we'll deconstruct that wire, and that wire, and that wire, and that wire. And then once for now. It will come across, and then down, then into there. Deconstruction also along there. But then new wire along there. Then up here. Go up there and along. I think it's probably the best way of doing it. Almost onto cycle 100. Didn't think we'd get this far. How are we doing for this digging here? Not too bad. Almost down to the centre then. Oh, there's a couple of tiles there. Excellent. Some more things to find. Most good. Haven't set anything on this algae distiller yet, but it might be... oh, I think it's automagic. I think it's just cracking on itself. Emitting algae, emitting polluted water using slime. It's also made of gold amalgam. How much slime do we have? Not a lot of it. I think it just automatically pumps it out. So there you go. So, they're cracking on with all of this. At the moment, we will not be making any food because we haven't got any power there. But that is something at least we planned for. So, from here, I want to go up, across, wire bridge. Okay, and then that one into there as well. And that'll power up the boombox. For the other one down here, it's a simple matter of doing that, and then finally another wire bridge. And then we are utilising both of these transformers. And none of them should be overloaded. In here, I really don't know what we're putting in there. That's just one of those random spare rooms that doesn't really have any purpose. So, this we still also need to finish as well. Ventilation, the gas pipe, because at the moment there's nothing going into these two. We need to put that somewhere else, which, quite honestly, I think just in here would be acceptable. So, can we use a gas bridge like that? We can use a gas bridge. Like that. Vent. Can't put a vent there. It's going to have to go in this corner. But it's outputting not oxygen. So that's not ideal either. Ideally you want a gas vent lower. So maybe bring it down across and then to say here. Neither stuff down there. It's not too much of a problem. Could technically put it into that one there. Connect it up to that pipe. Because all that's doing is skimming off oxygen. Filters oxygen and everything else goes down there. Yeah, no, because that overpressurizes often and doesn't work. Right, so we can't do that. Instead, what I'll do then, I'll go with the original idea, which is placing, say, that there. Gas pipe, cross, down, and it's just a lot easier. And there we go. That should hopefully get that sorted. Right, this is now in. Got a mediocre marble sculpture, and we can see that now is a great hall. So it doesn't have everybody's sign, but it is a 20 size at the moment. It can increase naturally. Room size is 116 tiles. I've actually messed it up then, so I could actually make it a little bit bigger by moving that one to the left. Do we really need it any bigger? Not really. Do we want to make it bigger? Yeah, we probably want to make it as big as we possibly can. So I'm going to remove that. This will remove some of the power things that I've just put in, but that's not a big issue. It does also mean, though, that sadly the moulding has to go. At least the painter and decorator is getting a very good wage, one would expect. Why can't we place that? Must be built on a corner. Ah, because we haven't built the corner yet. There we go. That can now... That's not going in at all. It did say it was green and it could be placed, but it's not going in. There we go, it is on a corner now. And then back to power, wire, and then there we go. There's our connections. Get the jukebox on the go. Looks like that vent is in. That is now venting and working. This is excellent. And we have some ice there. Oh, that's going to melt again. Oh, there's some there, actually. Yeah. And that, there you go, look, it's just melted. It's just... it's just melted. Yeah, that was totally stumping me for quite some time until sort of the obvious. I was like, oh yeah, that's why that's happened. And what's that? Meat, unrefrigerated. Okay. Fair enough. Right, so, and... Oh, that that's brilliant! Let's go to normal speed and check that out. So, we got the speakers going left and right. I love the retro look of it as well. That's proper LGR/Tecmo and stuff, that, isn't it? Sweet. So yeah, it's arms of the speakers, and it's got like a sort of tape deck for a head, and oh, it's all closed down now. And there we go. We have another printable. Let's have a quick look at that. We've got Rust, Briarseed, and two other people. Briarseed, actually. Yeah, I'm going to print those out because we do need some more of that to get our decor up, strangely, of all things. Print. And, oh, there we go. Right, we are going to leave it there. We did a lot of things that I really didn't expect to get done. So we've got our great hall now. We've got some better places for them to sleep, or rather, well, I guess it's better than over here. We've got a lot of water leaking around. We'll have to sort that one out. We have not got to the end there, but at least we are now refining slime, which is good because, well, actually the algae is still going down, so I should probably go ahead and place a couple more of those because, yeah, we probably need to do that. Algae, it has slime lung and polluted water. Definitely is polluted water, which is why we've done that. And there you are. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far. Next episode we will hopefully get into here. We'll actually have a look into there as well. At least we know that we can get there and dig out and such and see what's in that area. And then we'll start to really try and focus on refinement. There we are. I hope you have enjoyed it. As I said, thanks very much for watching. Take care. And the toilet's still getting full.